aim for that's all you had to do. But anyway, um, yeah, I just don't feel. Well, let me ask you this. Let's go on to the next topic though, because
Mhm.
that goes right into the this topic. If you were adopted,
Okay.
how would you feel about your adopted parents? Because I was on the train, I was on the MARTA, I was on the public transportation,
Mhm.
and I saw a sign that said reunite with your parents, where you can go online. Um, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Yeah, next to that titty. There you get that titty. I'm gonna put that all on my face. Yeah, it was. I saw it, and it was saying that you could reunite with your parents if you were adopted, and then that just kind of struck something interesting to me. Like, hey, that's pretty dope.
You can reunite with your parents if
Has
you were adopted.
adoption impacted your life? Discover, search, and reunite service and reunion services. 1-800-615-7976. If you was adopted and you want to discover or research or reunite, 1-800-615-7976. ga-adoptionreunion.com.
Mm,
That's it right there for the people.
okay.
And when I saw that, it made me think, am I adopted? Because I'm light skinned and my parents are both brown skinned. That was the first thing it made me think. Am I adopted? Because my sister used to pick on me. I think she was lying though. But my one of my cousins is adopted.
Hmm.
And we don't even acknowledge him like he adopted. Like he's just
Part of the family.
always been in the family. But he's never even thought about, to my opinion, to my knowledge, going back to finding his family that put him up for adoption.
Hmm.
And you know what? I might have him on the show, just to go, just to talk about that. Like, have
That
you
would
ever
be
thought
good.
about that? How do you feel? And just to get some opinions on that. But how do you feel about that?
Honestly, I think a lot of people probably feel like they want to do that because you want to know where you come from, even if you feel like it was messed up how you got put in a situation. Because a lot of people that get adopted go through some real life stuff with some crazy people. So I feel like you still want to know who your parents is, whether they on drugs, whether they living on the street. You want to know who you came from. So you're gonna try to do whatever it is. So I would use that information if I was adopted to just find out who I came from.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate then. Since that's what you're going to say, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, and I'm gonna go off of what my cousin did, and he doesn't even give a flying fuck. His family that raised him is his family.
Hmm.
The people that supposedly gave him up, they gave him up, and he has moved on to live a great life with his family who raised him and felt like, you know what, they didn't want you, but we love you. One person's trash is this next family's treasure,
Hmm.
because we all love my cousin. Man, he's doing great things. I ain't gonna tell you what he do, because the job that he does is G14 classified. That's how G code he is, and I'm not even joking. Like, he is an engineer. We'll put it like that. He's an
Okay.
engineer,
Okay.
but his job is G14 classified, and he is doing big things. You just don't know how many like great people I have in my family. Like,
Mm,
it's
that's dope.
literally like my other cousin. I got one who played for Hot Sauce. Hot Sauce. One who played for the that's his name, Hot Sauce. One who played for
Oh,
Patti
hot sauce is your
LaBelle.
cousin?
Yeah, Hot Sauce is my cousin.
Oh, okay.
You don't even know who Hot Sauce is.
The
Shut up.
basketball?
No, Hot Sauce
Oh.
played guitar for Patti LaBelle and them. And then my other cousin, drummer girl, played for Beyonce, played the drums for Music Soul Child. Then my
Oh.
other cousin, G14. I got another cousin who work on the moon. I got another cousin that's a
Okay.
doctor. Yeah,
See, all this greatness was around you to build you for where you was going.
and you know what? It's a lineage. It's a lineage. It's a bloodline. That's one thing I did learn in my studies, that bloodline really matters.
Hmm.
And so that's why this finding your adopted parents does matter. But since you said it does, I was trying to do devil's advocate. But it does matter because you need to know
You
your
do.
bloodline.
You do.
Your bloodline says a lot about you. In the medieval movies, you're not even your name. You are Ashley from such and such island, a parent, son of Athena. That's who you are. Everything about you is your
Hmm.
entire name.
Right.
Um, and if you were adopted, maybe your bloodline was the Obamas.
It's just like the same thing, like for a kid, if they wasn't adopted, they just, let's say they grew up without knowing who their mother was or who their father was. And all this time they grew up with a step parent and they thought that this is their parent. But then when they get older, they discover who their real parent is. Wouldn't you want to know?
Girl, I got that experience too. Like, so my stepbrother,
Hmm.
on my dad remarried, and my stepbrother Nathan and Greg, both of them are white, and I love them both. Shout out Nathan and Greg.
Hi, Nathan and Greg.
Um, Nathan is the oldest, and Nathan thought that Greg's dad was his dad up
Hmm.
until maybe 16 or 17.
Hmm.
Didn't find out that he had a different dad until 16 or 17 in high school. So you by high school, you really, as a guy, we really think we know who we are and we found ourselves.
Hmm.
But then came to find out that no, that's not your daddy, dog. Like, and he really changed. I really saw a change in his personality and
For the
his
worse
persona.
or
Um, I don't want to say bad or good because I don't
hmm.
believe in bad or good. I
Okay.
believe it is what it is. But I did notice a change. He
Okay.
really started seeking himself more. He really tried, he wanted to find out who he was
Hmm.
now, because after all of these years of thinking I was a Barnell, no, I was a, I forgot his name. I forgot. After thinking he was this person,
Yeah.
come to find out he wasn't. Come to find out he was somebody different, and that really changed him. So that bloodline, he went to the military, became a great man, though, man. Shout out, like I say, Nathan and Greg, man. Shout out to
Yeah.
my pops too. Call me, pick up the phone. If I call you, you know how that goes, right? I'm your son. Anyway, won't
Yeah,
go
that's
there.
actually my story too, because I didn't know who my biological. I grew up thinking my brother and sister father, who I still consider like that's the only daddy I knew. Hey, daddy, but I only knew him as my father all my life, and I thought he was my biological father, but I didn't discover who my real father was until I was like 20, I think.
One of those. And
So
how did you take that?
at first I thought it was a joke because my family, we do joke a lot. Now, they don't joke like that, but still we
Right,
jokesters.
right.
So when it was brought to me, because it wasn't brought from my parents, it was brought to by another family member. And when they brought it to me, I was like, "Are you joking?" Like I took it as a joke. And then when she really like sat me down and had a real heart to heart, and then I confronted my mom about it, and she couldn't deny it. I just felt like I ain't gonna lie. At first, I was hurt because I never felt like how you can trust your mom.
Mm,
Out of everybody in the world, you trust that your mama
never lie to you.
never lie to you. So that was
Right.
like the biggest betrayal. I love you, mama. Shout out to you. But at that moment, it was just so hard. It was like a punch in the chest. Like that made you realize that nobody's perfect,
Nobody.
and she was trying to protect me, but what it did was it made me look at her a different way at that time. Because I understand now, but at the time I didn't understand. I was just like, why couldn't you just tell me that? Because now I want to know. Even if he was this terrible person that people may say or whatever what people's opinion is about him, I still want to know because now I have that in the back of my mind, like, okay, if he isn't my biological father, who I thought all my life was, because nobody ever treated me and his family like I didn't belong. Like I've always felt like I'm part of the family to this day. So for that, it was just like very mind blowing. I did change too. I had to do some research. I discovered who all my brothers and a sister. I have one sister on his side, who they were. Like I had to really dig. So I get where your you said your brother,
Yeah, my stepbrother.
your stepbrother. I get where how he changed.
And yeah, and really, that's, I understood. I was younger.
Hmm.
So now that I'm older, and like I say, in therapy, we're taught to always go back and analyze your past to find out, to understand your present, and then you can know your future. So I went back and I analyzed everybody that I've encountered in my past, just to understand that relationship and understand them. And then once I understand them, I can understand other people. So I analyzed him and how he might have felt, and that's how I came up with, damn, that's deep.
Hmm.
Like, seriously, man, to figure this person was my mom all my
Right.
life, to
Right.
figure this person was my dad all my life. Come to find out, thank you for taking care of me.
Right.
Thank you for all the love. But wait, who is the seed that I actually came out of?